YouTube? This is JG, always on topics. Thank you for viewing my channel. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, so I've been waiting to do this topic for a while, for a good moment. So this topic is about the track meet stabbing incident between Karmelo Anthony, not to get confused for the basketball player. His name starts with a K, by the way. The NBA player starts with a C. Just so I put that in. Anyway, the young Karmelo Anthony, who's a track star at Centennial High School, has stabbed this other teenager that goes to Frisco High School by the name of Austin Metcalf over a tent dispute. Let me roll that clip.
We're getting some more information in that deadly stabbing at a high school track meet in North Texas. Our sister station in Dallas obtained court documents about what happened Wednesday morning. Now, according to an arrest affidavit, the suspect, 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony, was from a competing school and was under the host school's tent. Witnesses told police 17-year-old Austin Metcalf grabbed Anthony to make him leave the tent. Things escalated, and Anthony stabbed Metcalf in the chest. Anthony later told investigators he was protecting himself. This morning, Metcalf's family, obviously heartbroken. His mom and twin brothers say they're still in shock.
Because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So just that's just what I saw, and I try to help him.
Anthony's now charged with murders, being held on a $1 million bond.
Okay, so you just saw that clip, and this is you saw how it all happened, and of course, and then the dad, he was devastated, and the truth is gonna come out like he said because his other people was there, but the thing is, you want to keep your hands to yourself. But like self-defense don't, his father said self-defense don't lead to taking someone's life. And I get it, I understand the father. But then I do understand that there's consequences to your actions. Like sometimes you just gotta leave people the hell alone. Leave people alone. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know their situation. Especially, people that are different from you. So you've got to know how to have some compassion for others and just leave them be. Now, am I excusing or am I defending what Karmelo did? No. I mean, I don't agree with stabbing someone, but I can understand why he did it. You got to learn how to keep your hands to yourself. You don't own their tent. Like Austin and Hunter are just students of the high school. I don't even think they run track. From what I'm hearing that they don't really run track. They was just there. Some people said they was just there bullying people. I don't know. The fact is that regardless, you don't have the power to tell someone to move or tell them that you can't be in this tent because this is our tent. And I think that according from someone's Facebook account who's also a track coach said Karmelo had friends in the exact same tent as he ran into, and he was like trying to be where his friends were at, and Austin and them wasn't having it. And Austin, like, they knew like that they don't run the tent. It's not their decision. It's the school's decision whether they want other students from other schools in their tent or not. So Austin and them, they had no business trying to run things, trying to be bullies, trying to kick someone or bully someone out of a tent that's not theirs. So honestly, Austin put himself in that situation. Even his brother admitted that Austin touched him first. He put the hands on the kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he should have took that knife out and did what he did. You know what I'm saying? I understand they could have boxed it out now, but according to those pictures, Carmelo was pretty small compared to Austin. I think Austin could have pummeled him easily. I don't think Carmelo stood a chance, but you know what they say, size don't matter. I'm not sure, but I don't think Carmelo was in there looking for a fight. He just wants to avoid the ring like everyone else does, and I'm really pissed off at other people for trying to. Well, and I'm talking about the certain people, the people who claim that this was an anti-YT murder, and let's be honest, this ain't had nothing to do with no skin color. You know what I'm saying? Because Melo didn't come in there to mess with white people or harass them and all that. He just came there and mind his own business and talked to his friends. Austin was the one that approached Melo trying to kick him off the tent when they don't own that tent. And you know what I'm saying? And Melo, all Melo did was tell Austin, touch me and see what happens. And Austin ignored his warning and failed to, take it seriously. And now a serious matter happened. Now, of course, these white folks, they want to be a victim of, I'm talking about racist white folks, not white people in general. These racist white folks that are trying to twist it up, mix, put in misinformation, talking about he killed that boy because he was white and all that. That's BS to the max. And it was so BS that Austin Metcalf's father had to come out and say this isn't about race and all that. Let me roll you those two clips.
I want to clarify something right off the start because I've already heard some rumors and some gossip. This was not a race thing, and this is not a political thing. Please do not comment if you do not know what happened. Do not turn this into a racial thing. It was not. Do not politicize this. It's not. This is a human being thing. This person made a bad choice, and it affected both his family and my family forever.
It's very unfortunate that this other child decided to make a bad choice that's going to affect him for the rest of his life. I have compassion for every human being. I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this. I don't appreciate some of the remarks I've seen online that people say there was this fight and they don't know, they weren't there.
Okay, so you just saw that clip, and I just want to give the dad a shout out, give him kudos for that, because those certain so-called, white folks that that claim this was anti-white or white people are under attack and all that, that's nonsense. That's nonsense and it's BS. There's no racism or no attack against white people. White people, and I'm going to say racist white people, they put themselves in a situation to get themselves under attack. Nobody provoked them. Nobody will mess with them. Nobody goes after them. No other race, no black people, no Asians, no Indians, no Turkish, Hispanics, no one, no people with ethnicity or any minority bothers white people. If anything happened to a white person, it's most likely because a white person was provoking that person because of their color or their ethnicity or their sexuality. So that's what the father is saying. You wasn't there. Don't put politics in it. Don't make up stuff that when you wasn't even there to witness it, and then you're making up all this BS on your social media now. Don't make up any of that stuff. Now, I wish the father didn't go to the Fox News on that, because I have to side out him on that, because Fox News are not with the all racists together now. They're most likely, let me just stop right there. I'm just gonna because I already know what I'm gonna get from saying that. So anyway, leave people alone. I'm not trying to say Karmelo Anthony did was a good thing. You shouldn't stab or kill nobody if they didn't you know, physically try to beat you up or try to kill you first. But, you know what I'm saying, if you don't know what people are going through, if you don't know the person's situation, if you don't even know that person, honestly, my best advice is to leave people alone if they ain't looking at your way, if they're not, you know, bothering you, if they're not, if they're looking at you wrong and all, and they're turning their head the opposite direction, they giving you this look, they got something in their mind. They're like looking at you just in case if you're trying something that you ain't got no business doing. And that's when that person has to take action. And that seemed like what Karmelo did to Austin. Yes, I understand he doesn't go to your school, but it's not your job. It's not, you don't have no power to tell a student to move from your tent, especially if you're just a student. And the problem is, some people just feel so entitled and feel like they have power to just do anything, and it gets them put in a bad situation, like continuously. Because I've seen similar with certain white folks try to bully some black person with this so-called power, this entitlement that they think they have, and they end up either knocked out or end up the same situation as Austin. Just stop bothering people, because when you bully and when you do the stuff that you do, and someone decides to get you back in, it's not the way how you planned it. You want to cry victim, cry wolf, and all that. And y'all really play the victims, not black people, not other ethnicities. You racist white people are the ones who really play the victims. We just don't, you know, bully or play with you that way, like how y'all play with us that way. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry what happened to Austin. You know, sorry for the father. You know what I'm saying, that he had to experience that loss. But you know, I do appreciate him admitting that, you know, his son was like, he kind of, you know, started it. I do appreciate him saying this ain't had nothing to do with a race, so people should not comment on something if they're not gonna make it accurate. You know, I appreciate, you know, him, you know, telling like how it is. You know, Karmelo didn't have to react that way, you know, but I don't know what Karmelo went through. I've heard that he lost his friend in a death recently, some days before the track meet, and he probably still was messed up from it, and I don't think he wants to be bothered with that day. And you know, some people's mental are just messed up, and you just can't mess with them where their mentality is messed up, because that's when, you know, you push them to that situation to do something they don't want to do. So yeah, it's some of the blame is on them, but the blame is mostly on you as well for causing it to uproar, because you want to feel like you're empowered to do what you feel like you're doing is right when it's really not. Oh yeah, I guess lessons learned off of this. You know, hopefully families can recover. You know, Karmelo's father, you know, I hope him and his parents, you know, find a way to you know, mod the situation. This is JG, always on topics. I will thank y'all for taking the time to listen. I'm out.